Hey pumpkin people, Mr. October here, and today we've got a good one, a spooky sibling rivalry showdown. If you didn't know, HomeGoods, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls are all owned by the same company, so that means that they're retail sisters. And today we're throwing them into a Halloween decor showdown. I like to think of these three stores as the Sanderson sisters. HomeGoods is Winifred, powerful, dramatic, and kinda in charge. TJ Maxx is our Sarah, chaotic, trendy, and a little unhinged. And Marshalls is Mary, underrated, quirky, and kind of ready to win it all if you give her a chance. So let's throw it down showdown style, but before we get started, let's meet our three contenders. First up, HomeGoods, the Winifred of the trio. She is the boss witch, loud, dramatic, and full of decor. HomeGoods is the clear favorite in this one, let's be honest. I mean, we're talking the biggest selection, the boldest pieces, and not afraid to go big on spooky season. I mean, think huge skeletons, large props, and enough black and orange to summon a portal to October. If you're trying to deck out your haunted mansion in one trip, this is where you start. Next is TJ Maxx, aka Sarah Sanderson. Flirty, fun, a little bit crazy. I mean, TJ Maxx tends to lean a little younger with trendier decor and some impulse buys that hit just right. Not always the most organized, which we will see, and the Halloween section might feel a little bit scattered, but you'll find some awesome gems if you're willing to dig. I mean, think fashion forward, pastel pumpkins, weird little things you didn't know you needed, unpredictable, and kind of awesome. Next is Marshalls, our Mary, the underdog in this one, the quiet one, the store you almost skip, but if you give her a chance, she just might win you over. Marshalls usually has a smaller Halloween section, but it's sneaky good. Cozy linens, candle deals, and a vibe that's more chill haunted house than full-blown horror. Might not get your attention, but Marshalls is full of surprises if you know where to look. All right, now that we've met the Coven, let's pit them against each other in the ultimate Halloween throwdown. Let's start with an obvious one, selection size. Who brought the biggest cauldron of spooky? HomeGoods came to play. I'm talking aisles on aisles of Halloween decor, shelf stuff, pillows, haunted kitchenware, even a giant skeleton and cemetery archway. You can tell that they take their Halloween decor serious. But TJ Maxx actually surprised me here. Their selection was really big. I mean, not HomeGoods big, but we're talking endless tables of spooky stuff just hanging out, like a garage sale or something. There was a lot, but the layout was a little overwhelming. And then there's Marshalls, I don't know, one aisle, a couple end caps. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it was all picked over. Maybe they just hadn't put stuff out yet, but they really did not compare to TJ Maxx or HomeGoods. Winner, closer than you'd think, but it's got to be HomeGoods. They had the biggest selection, the deepest bench, and kind of the spooky decor magic you'd expect from a store like HomeGoods. They take this round. Next up, the little guys, the shelf and end table sitters, the weirdos you didn't plan on buying, but somehow they end up riding shotgun with you on the way home. This is some of my favorite kind of decor, and all three stores really specialize in this kind of thing. Unfortunately, none of the stores had that mythical swinging ghost that I've been seeing all over Instagram and on social media. I really wanted to pick one of those up, but I wasn't able to today, but that's okay. We still found some great shelf sitters. HomeGoods, of course, brings a solid spread, classic, spooky stuff, everything you'd expect. Marshalls, pretty much the same thing, just a whole lot less, not a ton, but they had some standout stuff. But TJ Maxx came to fight. It's like their entire strategy was like this small shelf decor. I mean, table after table of decor just waiting to haunt your end tables. There was so much to look through and it was sort of overwhelming, but they had a lot of mix. They had spooky, fun, cutesy, and this is the kind of decor I love. TJ Maxx seems to agree with me. Our winner in this category is TJ Maxx, and they kind of ran away with this one. Next up, the candle aisle, one of my favorites. You know, the aisle you can smell from the parking lot. This one actually wasn't even close. HomeGoods, surprisingly, slacking. I don't know what happened, but they had almost nothing.
Spooky scent fail.
TJ Maxx had a few fun ones, especially this monster candle series. Serious classic horrorcore energy, I respect that, but Marshalls came in hot, like burning wick hot. They didn't just have a candle section, they had a candle event. It's like someone at Marshalls was like, forget decor, we're going all in on the scent game. Pumpkin spice, of course, but they also had this line of Hocus Pocus candles, not the movie, but like these witchy vibe candles with awesome artwork. I mean, these are the kind of candles that you don't even want to burn, you just want to decorate with. Marshall's candle game was spooky strong. Marshall's wins this one. It wasn't even close. That's a win for Mary. Let's see what's next. Next up, impulse buys, aka the checkout gauntlet. You know, the stuff you see at the register on your way out that you can't help but pick up. TJ Maxx really didn't even try here. All the Halloween was confined to its designated Halloween section. HomeGoods had a couple of things, but it was mostly that leftover Summerween stuff. The Here Lies Summer collection, discount skeletons with pool floaties. It felt tired, not my thing. Marshalls, though, came through again. Hand towels, fun little candles, some shelf sitters, and I am not proud to say I stared at these hair clips and hair ties for way too long. I got long hair, and that almost came home with me. Another win for Marshalls. The register trap was real. Let's move on. All right, now it's time to get creepy. Now, these stores are not Spirit Halloween. They're not trying to traumatize you, but there is still some unsettling energy hiding in these aisles. HomeGoods has a leg up here because they have an 8-foot tall skeleton with glowing eyes, a cemetery archway, an animatronic skeleton ghoul, and this gaping mouth pumpkin that looks like it could eat you whole. And they also had these doll-faced witches. This one was silently judging me. I did not like that. Real 90s grandma energy, but creepy in its own unsettling way. Marshalls seemed to prefer cutesy over creepy this year. TJ Maxx kept things spooky though. They had a solid showing of Headless Horsemen, a full table of ghosts and ghouls, and this glittered out skeleton couple that I liked but turned out to be a bit of a glitter bomb. This one was close, but HomeGoods gets the win. That towering skeleton, the cemetery gates, and that big old pumpkin. That sealed the deal for me. Creepy reigns supreme. Let's move on. And if you're into creepy decor, you're in the right place. I've got more showdown style videos coming, a podcast on the way, and a lot of planned things before the big day. So hit subscribe, follow on Instagram, and let's enjoy the whole spooky season together. Okay, next up, we've got the classic Halloween vibe. Pumpkins, witches, black cats, orange, black, purple, you know, stuff that makes you start singing Monster Mash even if you don't like that song. And HomeGoods did what HomeGoods does. Winifred showing up big here. A strong mix of everything. Plenty of jack-o'-lanterns, ghosties, witches, and that giant pumpkin. I keep looking at that thing. Marshalls had a few things too and really lean classic Halloween on some stuff. I love this ghost lantern, but again, they really didn't have the quantity to compete with the other two. TJ Maxx, though, absolutely nailed it. Full tables of skulls, pumpkins, ghosts, these haunted gingerbread houses. I mean, these are different, but color and vibe-wise, they were perfectly on theme with that classic Halloween. And the Headless Horseman statue was one of my favorite things of the day, holding a bright orange pumpkin in his hands. I mean, it was hard not to bring him home with me. The giant pumpkin makes this close. It really does. But this is a win for TJ Maxx. Let's move on to the next round. Next up, pillows, blankets, and linens, the holy trinity of cozy Halloween living. I mean, let's be honest, if you don't have at least a few Halloween throw pillows by now, are you even spooky? All right, let's get started here. HomeGoods came in strong. A whole section just for pillows, themed, textured, embroidered, you name it. When it came to linens, it was a little bit sparse. A lot of tricks, but not many towels. TJ Maxx, no slouch either. Solid pillow game and a respectable stack of blankets tucked in there. Nothing really like groundbreaking though, but Marshalls had it going on. The pillow and blanket display right here, this deserves praise. Whoever is in charge of setting things up at Marshalls, spooky props to you. They even had a few towels on display at the register, so Marshalls wins this one. Up next, best boo for your buck. Which store would you rather walk into with just $20? Now look, I love HomeGoods, but some of their stuff is pushing the budget way into scary territory, and not scary in a good way. I mean, there's a spooky themed wine cart for $300. I mean, look, they got big ticket pieces, great quality, but for this particular category, they're kind of pricing themselves out of the pumpkin patch. Marshalls held their own. They had some smaller stuff, good prices, but again, you know, there wasn't enough for me to like really get excited about. But TJ Maxx had that nice cheap thrill energy. Sarah Sanderson bringing the savings. I mean, solid finds, all wallet friendly. This one was close, but if I only had 20 bucks burning a hole in my cauldron, I'm going to TJ Maxx. All right, our last category, and maybe the most important category, favorite item of the day. The one piece that haunted me long after I left the store. Honestly, if any of these stores had that swinging ghost, they might win this category by default, but nobody had it. So let's stay with what we saw. Let's start with HomeGoods. They had the pumpkin, giant, glorious, spooky. This thing was king of the patch. It was $300, and that's a lot of moolah, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. I just kept thinking I shouldn't, but what if I did? TJ Maxx had the Headless Horseman statue that I loved, gothy, dramatic, and I love the Headless Horseman. If you're a fan of this channel, you know I love Headless Horseman, and it's only 80 bucks, which felt like a steal. Marshalls threw their hat in the ring with that spooky lamppost ghost, 150 bucks. I know exactly where I'd put it in my Halloween display, but in the end, I gotta go with the HomeGoods giant pumpkin. Look, I'm a pumpkin guy. I will never not go with a giant pumpkin, period. And that's it. We've reached the end of our showdown, and I swear I didn't plan this. We have a three-way tie. And honestly, that kind of feels right. These stores complement each other so well. Between the three of them, they cover all your spooky bases. One's bold, one's chaotic, and one's cozy. And together, they make magic. So who really wins? I hate to say it, but it kind of depends on what you're looking for. If you want high-quality props and big statement pieces, HomeGoods is your spot. If you're rounding out your shelves with budget-friendly bangers, TJ Maxx is where it's at. And if you're on the hunt for candles and kitchen towels with a little bit of spooky spice added to it, Marshalls has your back. But no cop-out here. This was a competition, and I am not ending without crowning a winner. My pick, drumroll, TJ Maxx. Big selection, budget-friendly, great mix of spooky and classic, and honestly, it's the one I'm most excited to go back to. But here's the great news. You don't have to pick just one. You can visit all three. And when it comes to Halloween decor, it's hard to top the sisters. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay spooky.